Well, good morning. This is an interview with Sister Elham Geagea, who will be speaking with me, Petronella Fakhri, and with Paul Convey, who is at the moment being our cameraman, for the Australian Lebanese Historical Society Oral History Collection. This interview is taking place today on the 4th of February 2015 at Dulwich Hill. Good morning, Sister, and thank you for allowing us to come and do this interview with you and finding the time. We know you're very busy. Firstly, Sister, if you can give us a little bit about your background, like your full name, where you were born, a bit about your mum and your mother and father and where they came from, and and something like that.
First, let me welcome you. You are most welcome to our village. My name is Sister Elham Geagea. I belong to the Maronite Sisters of the Holy Family congregation based in Lebanon. I was born in Beirut and moved when I was 7 years old to Bshari, where my dad is from. And we are 12 children, 7 girls and 5 boys. We lost one during the war in Lebanon. We are now 11. I have 4 sisters in Australia, and my 4 brothers are in Lebanon with another 2 sisters. So I came to Australia on 1996, and how I came to here, because my congregation, as you know, we are sisters and we have to obey, and so they found that I have to come to look after the aged care and after the elderly people. So that's why I'm here today. My father and my mother, they are very religious people, so they teach us about the gospel. We used to read the gospel every night. We used to meet together to say Ya Allah. So we grow up really in a very, very religious environment. And I used to go with my mother, attend mass at our church near to our homes.
As a child, you growing up in Bshari, what did your parents do back in Bshari? What was their
My
livelihood?
father used to work in Beirut before. When he moved to Bshari, he started to work with the cedars, like do some gift. And we used to go to Aris and to sell all this gift. And I used to help my father. And my mother is like housekeeper.
With 12 children.
Yeah, with 12 children, very busy with 12 children. Bshari, where I was growing, I can see St. Charbel village in my right side. I can see the cedars is facing our home. In my left side, we have all the big churches, this Seba and Saidi, and then we have the Holy Valley. So all around us, it's about religious things, and my father looked to go to St. Charbel to visit, looked to go to Cedars, looked to go to many villages to sell, all these items.
Oh, so he used to carve and make souvenirs.
Make souvenirs from the cedars, and sell it. But when the war starts, so he opened his own shop, and how we call it, a business shop, and start to work like that.
Where do you come in the family? One of the eldest or the youngest?
I'm the third.
From the eldest.
From the eldest and third. I have my brother, my sisters, she's the eldest, and then my brother, and then me. So after me there is, I think about 9 after me. And I used to help my mom to grow up, my sisters. And when I went to the convent, you have to, when I went to the convent, my mom also had 2 children after when I entered, my little sister and my little brother. But now they are age of 40, I think. So I'm talking back. Yeah, but I like, big family, because wherever I go, I have sisters, I have brothers, I have, so that's good. And my sister's children now, or my brother's children now, they are everywhere. Some in Paris, some in Germany, some in Swiss, others in America. So it's good to, I like big family, so we can reach them, when we need.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's good. That's great. Okay, so you entered the convent, and what did you do in Lebanon as a nun? What work did you do there?
So when I went to the convent, I was looking to become a nurse. Why? Because I like to serve. I like to be near to people, like sick people. And also, when I was at home, we have one lady, a neighbor. She wants to become a nun, but because she's the only one in the family, so her father, when she went to the convent, he went and bring her back. And she used to sit with me and talk to me about, the vocation, about the nuns. And she became sick. And I said, I have to help her. So I tried to help her, make coffee for her, tea, serve her a little bit, clean her house. And that's the idea of serving people coming through to my heart. And I said to myself, when I become, in my future, I would like maybe to become a nurse and serve people in need.
I've never met anyone so as busy as you are. It's taken us about 3-4 times to schedule and reschedule just to meet with you to have an interview, and it's all work-related busyness. Tell me how busy you are.
I'm very, very, very busy. As I said to you, I used to work 18 hours a day. I'm still working 16 hours a day now. Because, as you said, we have 2 locations, 101 residents, we have 110 staff. I'm going to the church also assisting, with, masses, and we have some involvement with the community. I'm involved in many committees as a bishop level, as I said to you, so very, very, very busy. I try to calm me down a little bit, I'm an organized person, but sometimes something come up and you have to meet it, people coming unexpected. And in aged care, you always have something coming up, because, elderly people, someone can have a fall, or someone, always you have something.
It's always an emergency.
Emergency, like a hospital,
Yes.
It's you have to be ready for all these things happening.
Day and night.
Day and night. I try to manage as I can, but thanks God, so I have some time for myself.
That's
too.
good.
We go for some retreat every year. We do 7 days retreat a year.
You do
To
need
catch up, with But it is working in aged care is not easy. It's not like working in other business. It's really very hard to work in aged care, because you work with people and with sick people, and when you work also in the multicultural things, you have a different culture. Staff sometimes, the way they talk, the way they behave, you have to know their culture to understand them. So you have a lot of things, going around, and you have to ensure that you meet all the culture of each one needs, at staff level, at residence level, at family. The family expectation is very huge here. And as you know, in July, they review, aged care. There is an aged care reform, where they change the way of paying and the way of accessing aged care facility. So again, we have to work towards make all these changes and meet, the new requirement. I love Australia very much, but it's a lot of regulation happening in aged care. If they can minimize it a little bit, it would be better for us. You have to look at infection control, occupational health safety, education, training, changes. It's a lot of things happening. We manage it, but in a way we thank our government. In another side, they're supporting us, and that's life.
That's life.
All people busy, I think.
Yeah.
That's life. We have to continue.
Is there anything else you'd like to tell us? That was, yeah, yours.
Look, I have to say that I've been as a nun from 1975, and I never hesitate about my vocation. I'm really happy with what I'm doing. Giving, it's very good things. You feel that when you give something to someone, you feel like relief, you feel like doing something nice. And what I'm doing with our elderly people, I enjoy it now. I told you before it was a challenge for me, but now I enjoy it because I can feel that, I can feel that I can give something to them, change a little bit, their thinking about like dying or, we don't know where we're going. So I'm really happy with what I'm getting every day.